Well, good morning, everyone. Kind of trying to sit back in the shadows here. The sun is nice and bright. Welcome to the Bearded Welshman's front porch. I'm John. Got my coffee. Oh yeah. Just black, of course. These are mugs I have that I was selling. Trying to get my store back up online. So if I can, I'll put a link into the channel, into this video. First of all, hi Bo, my little boy, my grandson. Thank you to all the new subscribers. We hit over 2,000, and I'm really proud of that. And that's what this video is about today. You know, who I am, where I came from, because a lot of you probably don't even know. I watch my analytics. I watch the comments. I look at the comments. I'm constantly checking out the channel because I want it to grow, and I want to know what the audience is enjoying, what they're not enjoying, what they would like to hear about, what you'd like me to talk about. So, if you have suggestions, put it in the comments. The things you'd like me to talk about, I'd be more than happy to express my thoughts on them. Some things I will stay away from, and I would make it known that I would stay away from it and why. Other things, I would try to tackle the subject, So, I did notice on my analytics, 62% this past week, 62% was new viewers. I'm asking you that if you're a new viewer and you liked what you saw, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Throw a comment in. I try to comment to everybody, reply back to everybody. And ring that bell so that when I put new content out, you'll get alerted. So I'd appreciate that. But thank you so much to all the new subscribers that we have, the new subscribers who haven't subscribed but have viewed the channel. I encourage you to go right ahead and just subscribe to the channel. Everyone is welcome. My goal is not to offend. My goal is to help. I also looked at some of the other analytics. And this is a process I've been learning YouTube for over 4 years. And I really started doubling down and really learning because I want to develop this channel to be able to be more enjoyable, more helpful than it is for my own purposes. One of my purposes is it's like a journaling thing for me. My kids and my grandkids someday can go back and look and see their dad and their pop-up putting out, on a video, talking about life, talking about things. And I look at the analytics, and you look at your viewership, your audience. It wasn't that long ago, probably 2 months ago, 98% of my audience was between the ages of 45 and 65. Now it's between the ages of 35 and 55. That's a huge difference. My female audience has also gone up considerable. So, I do watch the analytics. I do look at things because I'm doing this for multiple purposes. I've always been a person who helps people. My first career that I enjoyed thoroughly and I loved very much was being an EMT. And why I did that is because I wanted to help people. It's just the kind of personality I have. I'm a very helpful person. Very compassionate, very generous. And I don't like to see people hurting and in pain. And that was one of the reasons to do this channel, is to kind of go through. And a friend encouraged me to do it because I was at a point in life that I, wasn't much going on in my life. I was a truck driver at times. At that time. And I was just in a rut in life, So, who's the Bearded Welshman? Where did he come from? First, let's go with the name. How did I come up with the Bearded Welshman? My oldest boy and I were talking one day, and I was telling him what I was doing, and I needed to come up with a name, and we were brainstorming and everything. And he said, "Dad, you got a beard, you got a big old beard, and then I thought about my name, last name, which is of Welsh origin. I thought the bearded Welshman. So it seemed to ring a bell, so I just went with the bearded Welshman. Tried to change the name a couple times, didn't work, lost a lot of subscriptions that way. And then some people couldn't find me, so I just keep it the bearded Welshman and then my name underneath, John Williams. So that's where I came up with the name. I live in South Central Pennsylvania and grew up here in this area. Hoping someday to move out of Pennsylvania. Seriously. Love it. Love the area. It's getting too populated. Too much population. It's expensive. But I had a wonderful childhood. Grew up with wonderful parents. Two brothers. I have an identical twin brother and an older brother. Grew up with, wonderful childhood. I'll tell you what. If I had my childhood to do over again, I would say no. I wouldn't do it any different than what it did. My mom and dad provided for us a wonderful home. Lots of love, lots of caring, lots of discipline. 3 boys, what do you expect? And it was all about the kids. Mom and dad made it all about us. It was about us. They never took a vacation by themselves till after we grew up and moved out of the house. That's the way my mom and dad were. Because my grandparents used to say, leave the kids with us, go on a vacation. And they would look at him and say, we didn't have kids to go on vacation without them. So if we couldn't do a vacation, we didn't do a vacation. If we could do a vacation, we did a vacation. We didn't grow up rich. We weren't upper middle class. Heck, I don't even think we were middle class. My mom and dad said we didn't have a lot. We didn't know we were poor. My mom and dad never let it show. But they worked hard. We never went hungry. We always had a roof over our heads. We always had clothes on our back. And we had more than enough love to go around in that household. So I'm very grateful and blessed to have had a wonderful childhood like that. So, yeah, we grew up. Brothers went their ways. I went mine. Neither of them live in the area close by anymore. That changed shortly after high school. 2 of them moved on. I didn't want to leave the area, and I wanted to stay. And I was always close with my dad, so I wanted to stay and be near mom and dad, and that's what I did. And then dad passed on, 18 years ago almost. I miss him every day. Every day I think about him, every day. But that's who I am, a little bit of who I am. I don't want to go into too much detail. Have a wonderful family. I have 5 kids, 2 grandchildren, 1 brand new grandchild. She's a beautiful little girl, and a 4-year-old boy. And Mrs. Bearded Welshman and I live in a humble little house. We have a nice little house with a good piece of property, couple dogs. Live a quiet life. Simple life. As a matter of fact, we're simplifying it even more. We were going through some things, but trying to get some things out of our lives. We don't want them in our lives anymore. And so we're turning my phone on a vibrate because I don't want it to buzz or ring. So we're simplifying even more. We're downsizing, as you would do when you get older, I guess. But for me, it's not so much downsizing, it's simplifying life. There's too much. You have too much stuff. You have too much things going on. Keep it simple. So that's what we're doing. Probably shouldn't be doing this right now. I've been sick for about a month. Ever since I started working around people again last year. I've been there a year. I'll go into that why I've only been there a year then. I've gotten more sick than I've ever gotten sick in my life being around people. We got people coming in with cold, strep, COVID. Don't tell anybody. I mean, I got strep about a month ago. Was on medications for that for 2 weeks. And then last week, past couple weeks, just dragging, just not feeling good. Thinking maybe the strep didn't go away. And then Thursday, man, I just had a hard time breathing. Couldn't catch my breath. Wasn't concerned. I knew there was something respiratory going on, like a virus or something. Left work, went to the doctor, found out I have bronchitis. So, send me across the way for x-rays of my chest to verify it and to confirm that I do not have pneumonia or anything else. And comes back and the doctor says, I got some bad news for you. And I said, great, I got pneumonia. He goes, no, you have bronchitis. He said, but the 2 rods at the base of your neck have completely snapped and fractured off the spine. When I was driving truck, I got injured and I had to have neck surgery. And I was off work for 3 years. I was on disability for 3 years. I had to have the largest fusion you can have in your neck, C3 down to T1 on the spine. It's a level 5 fusion, they call it. About 8 months after that, I was driving my truck. Some idiot hit and run, hit a bunch of cars, and I was one of them. Hit and run. So I go into the ER because I was concerned about my neck. They took an x-ray and they saw the one pin was slightly broken. So I called the surgeon. Don't worry about it. They're strong, titanium. And then last week I get this news. So they told me to call my surgeon. So I call my surgeon. They want to see me right away. Yay. So I'm hoping not, but I have a feeling I'm going to have surgery to repair my neck. Which means even more time off work. And I don't want to take time off work. It took me 3 years to get back to work. I'm working in an office setting, not my first choice, but I physically cannot do the work anymore because of the way my neck is. I can't drive truck. I won't be able to get my medical card. There's just no way I could pass. Because you have to move your neck certain ways, and I can't do that without doing damage to my spine or my neck. So that's where I'm at. So I got to make lemonade. Life's throwing me lemons, so I'm going to make lemonade. I'm going to figure this out. I'm resilient. I'm going to be resourceful. It all works out. Hey, you like that, huh? I have t-shirts and I have another mug, a couple other mugs. If you're interested, throw me a comment. I'll shoot you the link. Or if I can get the link, I was trying to post it in some of my other videos. And when I click on the link, it doesn't take you to my shop. And I don't know why. So I got to figure it out. I got to call them up and figure it out. But if you want a coffee mug or a t-shirt, or I think I have decals or something like that, shoot me a message in the comments and I will, put a link on the reply as to where to go. So, and if that don't work, I'll order them and mail them out. Anyhow, so that's where I'm at. So can't afford to lose that paycheck every week if I'm out. Short-term disability's good to have, but you're not getting what you should be making when you get your paycheck. So it makes things difficult, but God will provide. And we'll be okay. But that's life. That's what happens in life, There's a song out there by Sturgill Simpson. Life ain't fair. That's the way it goes, and the world is mean. That's just the way it is. And you just got to roll with the punches, and you got to be resourceful. Like you ever see someone in small business or a farmer? They're very resourceful. They use what they have and make it work. And if they can't go out and buy something, they make something. That's what I'm learning and trying to do with things purposely. I could easily go up to the Lowe's or Home Depot or Walmart or whatever, the hardware store, buy what I need and just be done with it. But I'm learning to, how can I be resourceful and use something else that might work or make what I need? And so far, there's a couple things I've done that with, and it's worked out well. And then there's some things I've tried to do that with, and it doesn't work. I mean, so I have to go buy what I need. So I do what I do, but being resourceful. I mean, we have to be that way. Starting to make our own soap, bars of soap. Giving that a try, seeing how that works. For what I can make in bars of soap, we'd probably save that quite a bit of money throughout the year, because everything you need, you buy it. I spent 25, 33 $33 on all the supplies. Think about it. Now, I don't buy store-bought soap. I buy the handmade soap. It's $8 a bar around here. Anywhere between $6.95 and $8.95. In some places I've seen $12 or more for the handmade bars of soap, homemade bars of soap. Well, for 33 bucks, using just a portion of the supplies I have, I can get 6 bars out. So let's say $7 times 6, that's $42, $43. Jasmine, no. She's going to start barking. No. And there's the money right there. Got it back. And then I have the supplies, and when I need more soap, I mean, just make more. So being resourceful, being more self-reliant. That's my goal. It's what I want to be. More self-reliant. Not relying on so much on other means. And yeah, but that hurts the economy. Look, I care about my means and my money more than I care about somebody else's money. That's just the way it works. My family comes first. If I can save a few bucks here and there, I'm going to do it. That's the way I do it. I mean, now, what we started doing is we started buying all of our meat from a place that's organic. They do all their own right there. Everything right there. Doesn't go sit in a warehouse for 6 months after it's been injected with chemicals to preserve it before it goes out on a shelf. They butcher it, they put the orders together, they call you, you go pick it up. It's more expensive, yes, but I'll tell you what, the difference in quality of taste and nutrition to me is well worth the price. So we find other ways to cut back in other areas. It's a matter of balancing things out financially. But because it ain't getting any cheaper to live. I'll tell you, our area, the home prices have gone up. We've been here little over 3 years. Our area, the home prices, well, let's just say this. Our home increased over $100,000 in value in 3 years. That's a jump. That is a major jump. We wanted to buy something in a couple of years with a little bit of land. You can't find anything around here with a little bit of land for under $500,000. It's not going to happen. And we're not spending $500,000 on our home. Not going to do it. especially when your paycheck doesn't go up as fast as cost of living goes up. And that's a sad thing. Well, I've taken about just enough of your time. Thank you for coming out and joining me this morning on the porch. Really appreciate it. Again, if you're new, please subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment. Is there things you would like me to talk about? Leave a comment. Would you like a coffee mug or one of the t-shirts I have? I haven't hawked anything in a couple of years. Nice way to make a little bit of part-time money. Let me know. I have 3 styles of the coffee mugs. Just the regular size coffee mugs. That's all that is. Shoot me a comment. I'll send you a link. You can order it, get shipped right out to you. If the link doesn't work, shoot me a comment. I'll order it myself. And then you can just Venmo me the money, I guess. And I'll get it out to you. And they're not expensive. I think this one's $9. The other one's $8.95. And then the really colorful one is a little bit more. That's the other thing I'm working on, changing my pricing on those too. Because I can set the price, but I can only go so low before they step in. It's a third-party shipper. Before they step in and say, nope, it's as low it can go. So I have to look at that. But if you want, check it out. Anyhow, have a great week. See you all next time.